you doing? Where are you going? Yes. Yes. There's my buddy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, not the face. Hi guys, I just wanted to come back today with another video to show you guys my art. Like I said in my first video, my welcome back video, that I have done some art, but it's not a lot. So it'll probably be a very short video, but I just decided to show you what I've got. Yeah. So when I started coming back into art again, I decided to take it more digital. I would essentially draw some sketches in my sketchbook, and then I would take a picture and I would put it into Procreate on my iPad, and I would take my Apple Pencil and just draw over it and try to add some color and try to just enhance it from within the app. I'm not good at it. I wish I was better. And I know what you guys are gonna say, you know, practice makes perfect, right? Well, I've been practicing and it's nowhere near perfect. Not that I want it to be. I mean, it's supposed to be unique. It's art. But this is my first drawing in the sketchbook. It is the Ribbon Chapel from Nakamura, Japan. So my plan was to draw this in my sketchbook and take a picture of it and draw it on my iPad, but I never actually did. I thought it was a pretty cool chapel. Like, this architecture is really cool, right? I'd love to see it in person. This is the second one. Oh, okay, so these are from roughly October-ish of 2017. This is my second drawing in my book. This is just a character from an app game that I played on my phone for the longest time. It's called Monster Super League. I was just like a tad bit obsessed with it, and I kind of spent more money on it than I probably should have. But I liked the design of the characters. It was actually pretty cute. This was one of the characters that I ended up getting, and I really liked her character design. She was pretty cute. Kawaii. It was another one that I put into my iPad. Let me see if I have it in my iPad. You look comfy. You look comfy. Let me see. Oh, well, okay. So I did actually put it in Procreate, the architecture. I'll show you real quick. Well, it's not gonna rotate, but this is essentially what it looks like. I added some trees, some subtle shadowing in the background. I just kind of wanted to make it more cartoon-esque. So one of the things that someone told me when I was drawing the Big Ben Tower was that you should try to draw some architecture, but in different kind of designs and styles. Like, instead of making it so rigid and more realistic, try to make it into something maybe abstract, or try to change the style a little bit so it kind of looks more like a cartoon, but people can still tell what it is. So it makes it look a little more interesting. Oh my goodness, what'd I do? No, undo, thank you. But I tried to do that with this drawing. I tried to make it look a little more abstract, a little more cartoony, and then just added some really subtle drawings in the background. So I made it look pretty interesting. I think it's pretty. It's not my finest piece of art, but it's something that I thought was pretty cool. So this is like, I started drawing an outline, I put it into Procreate, and then I started drawing the dark lines. I started to do the line art, but I never got to the coloring phase. I feel like pencil and paper, it just feels a lot more natural to me. When I go onto like the iPad and I start drawing, it doesn't feel the same, and to me it's just kind of like it lacks that authenticity. I don't think that's the right word. It is authentic. I think you know what I mean. This one has more of all my pencil markings on it. I don't think I erased my pencil markings. But it was just supposed to be this really, like, this sleepy girl. I thought it was kind of cute, and so that's what I did in that app. I drew it on paper first, and then I brought it into the app, and then, you know, drew some line art on it. Let's go to the next page in my sketchbook. Here's another one of the characters I didn't actually finish. As you can see, the arm isn't really pronounced or anything. It's just kind of a general sketch. I didn't really finish lining the piece. I just kind of left it as it was. You could definitely tell that I wasn't really so serious about the art at the moment, so I was kind of losing inspiration. So this drawing, this was one of my favorites that I actually put into the app, and I did all the line art for it and I added color. I didn't really like how the coloring turned out, but I liked inputting it into the app. It's essentially this is my original character that I created when I was 13 years old. Her name is Aura. You guys have probably seen in all of my past videos where I constantly draw her. She's my go-to character to draw, and I try to draw her in different forms and different styles and change her look and her appearance a lot. So this is Aura. So this is what it looks like in the Procreate app. I do really like how the line art looks, but I don't like how the colors are. I haven't learned how to color, so I just used the airbrush tool. I colored in very small amounts, and then I used this like flame effect tool to like go around her as if it was like water or air. I really liked the whole line art experience. It allowed me to get really close in detail, allowed to zoom really close into things and, you know, put little dots where I really wanted to, or make these like little braid details that I put up in her hair. This is when I started and clearly didn't go anywhere with it. And I tried to draw some profile pictures of Aura. So I tried to draw her face and then draw the side profile, and then I tried to draw like a sideways profile. So these are just different faces. I didn't really do anything with them. I just kind of made the different faces. Okay, so one of the things that I was preparing to do in making a manga was that I needed to learn how to draw the same character multiple times and have it still look like that character. Like go page by page and be like, oh, that's Aura. Aside from, you know, her hairstyle being her hairstyle, if she were to have a simple hairstyle that would look like everybody else's hairstyle, I'd expect that her face needs to look different than everybody else. So I need to be able to draw the same character multiple times without it looking different. Aura should look the same. She should look like Aura from page 1 to page 100. She should look the same no matter what. So this was kind of like a practice thing, and as you can tell, her face looks completely different on every picture. Her face in this one's a little more long and narrow, whereas this one, since she has a more angled view, so her face looks a little more chubby, and her hair kind of frames her face where it makes it look a little wider. And this side profile, it could be either or, but the eye positioning and how far away it is and where the hair falls and all of that stuff, and where her jaw is and her nose, how big her nose is, it kind of looks, I mean, of course it's going to look different than you looking straight forward, but you want to make sure that even in the side view, it's going to look like that same character, despite the hair being like that. So you can tell it's Aura just because of her hair styles on the side, but I want the character to be recognizable through all different slides and panels. Here's another one of Aura. I just decided to draw another just simple picture. I didn't do anything with it. I just wanted to doodle. So here's another one that I had fun with. I didn't really care for her face very much, but I really liked drawing her hair and her outfit. So this is the drawing that I did, and I decided to put it into my iPad app. I do really prefer how the face turned out on here, and I never did finish it. I don't really care for the hands very much, but the rest of it's looking pretty decent if I just went and continued it instead of leaving it as it was. But I started adding some color in the hair and started adding some like flame detail to the top, so like she's firebending or something, or but the line art looks pretty smooth and consistent, which makes me happy. I changed the positioning for her eye and her mouth, so her face looks a little better than it did before. As I have mentioned before, I've never been great with hands, so this hand over here looks a bit weird, whereas this one looks more normal, but you're kind of wondering where the thumb is. It's like unnaturally placed over there, whereas you can kind of see the thumb in that picture, or that little part of it. So I wish I would have finished it and seen where it could have gone. So this was in preparation for me playing the Pokemon Sun and Moon games. And this was the main character, the main protagonist in that series. So I made her into different chibi forms. I really like this one the best. She's so cute. But all of these are just practice, I guess. I just wanted to practice some chibi forms. I really like that bottom right one. It looks really adorable. I again tried to do some like more chibi looks, and this one I think was me drawing my Pokemon Go character. So this is my Pokemon Go person. She's wearing that same shirt that the OC from Sun and Moon is wearing. I don't really like the body proportions and stuff. I like this chibi form. That's like a good chibi, but like the rest of them, it just doesn't fit very well, so I don't really like that style. Oh, this might be in preparation for, was it Sun and Moon 2? No, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I never purchased those games and I haven't played them. I haven't even played, I don't think I even finished my Pokemon Moon game. This was the new character for that game, the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and this was for Sun and Moon, and then this was Lily from, I guess, both series. But I really love their character designs, especially Lily's and this new character. I really loved her braids. It was really pretty to me. But I have fun drawing characters in groups. So this is so as of 12/19/2017, this is my drawing. Okay, so I wanted to draw my Pokemon team for that game, so this is my character. I named her Yui, and then this was her starter, so Populo, I think, and then Pichu. Those are my 2 starter Pokemon through the game, and those were my 2 favorites, I think. I drew a head. I drew a head. Okay, so these are the newer drawings, so I'll come back to these. So I started drawing more on my iPad because I really wanted to, you know, get a feeling of digital art and practice. So this was me. I didn't even start this one on paper. I started this one merely on the iPad itself. So I just kind of drew in some general shapes and started sketching and stuff. I never finished it, but it's a general sketch, of course, and I actually really like the way that it turned out. As far as like, I'm learning the shapes better. I don't really think that the proportions are exactly right, so to speak, but I like the way that it was going. It got really dark in here. Maybe I should open the side window. Let some light in. There is a bug in that window. I don't like bugs. In case you didn't know, I have a phobia to them. Bugs. So this was me trying to draw myself. I had my short hair. I wore it like in this braid kind of thing. I wanted to draw myself in like anime form. This was me drawing myself. I did this purely in the iPad Procreate app, and I tried coloring it to the best of my ability. I'm not good at coloring in this app. I'm not great at shading. I just really tried my best to do what I could with it. I like, generally speaking, how it turned out. I think it looks pretty, but it's not really what I wanted. It's good practice, so I think that it ended up in a good place. And then I started drawing more of my characters. I tried to draw them in the app and see kind of where they where it went from there. So this is one of my characters. Her name is Leah. I was practicing the character designs themselves, and then I was practicing the uniform designs as well. So this is Leah from my story. So this is my main character's best friend. I really love the outfit design. One of the things that I really loved with this character was playing with her earrings. She has this long ear cuff here and this long dangling earring, and it looks really cute because she has very short hair. And then she wears a bunch of rings on her fingers. She's just, you know, that kind of girl, and I really loved playing with her design. Her name is Evie. She's a little girl. She's really cute, and this is her school outfit. She's so adorable. I love that hair and like her little shoes and stuff. It's a great picture, I think. You know, it really captures the essence of my Evie character. This is another Aura drawing. I tried to draw her in a very different position, like as far as her pose. And so I really played around with this pose, and I never quite finished the drawing, but this is what I got. I really love the way that this kind of turned out, really. Her side profile looks really nice. It's the feet and the legs that I had a hard time messing around with. Her upper torso looks pretty good. Everything looks very proportional. The hair is flowing pretty naturally. I think the legs have a bit of issue though. So if I were to go back, I would change that part, I think. But I really wanted to do like this position where she's jumping in the air, and so her legs are just kind of like falling, but she's going off to the side. She's jumping off to the side. So I just need to figure out how to naturally capture where her legs should be and how her feet should be pointed out and stuff. But as you can see, I never even finished it, so I wasn't able to really correct that. And then this is my character, Chloe. I think it's a bit unproportional. I think her head could have been a bit bigger. But the rest of the body, her body just might be really too long. Like her head might be a normal size. It's just maybe her legs are just unusually long. And I feel like that might be it. Her legs, I mean, her head could probably be a bit bigger and her legs could be a bit shorter. But overall, I think that drawing was heading in the right direction. That's it for my iPad drawings. And then we skip, and I drew this year, I think. I was trying out a new like an eye style design because, you know, I was getting kind of bored of my current design, so I wanted to try something different. I don't know how this turned out, but I really like the look of this. Her eyes look really pretty. I really like the way that her hair was flowing and her outfit. This is again my Aura character. I'm trying different hairstyles and see if I like them or not, but this is Aura. I really like how it turned out, I think. I didn't actually finish it. Again, this was in the sketch phase, so I never got around to inking it or anything like that. This, I was just playing around with uniform design. I really wanted to make something new because I was coming back to drawing again this year, so I just really wanted to try something different and see where it led me. I think I did it this year. No, I did it at the end of last year. That's when I started doing these. And then I did something with my red colored pencil, and I really loved this drawing. So she was just walking, and she's supposed to be carrying her saber or her sword. And so I really love the way that this style is going. And I love the way that the red pencil looks, actually. I didn't really think I would like it as much as I did, but I love it. I really do. So I was trying to draw a new cover. I don't quite wait. It's really weird now that I'm looking at it. Her body is way too thin. Looks very unnatural. I was trying to do a new cover. So it's like one of these things where she's just kind of touching the water and sees her reflection. So the challenge with this one, of course, is just making sure she looks exactly proportional on the other side. You're doing a reflection, which was so difficult because you had to get the length of the hand correct. You had to get the positioning of the fingers properly. You had to get the leg coming out at the right angle with proportion to the other one. Had to get the face really on point, and then the hair has to be just all of it. It's a huge challenge to get everything just lined up just right when you're reflecting the image. And so this is my, I guess, the last drawing I drew on my notebook. I really love the face. The face, I think, looks really good, and then the hair, but I think that's it. So I found another one in this book. So I got this Strathmore marker paper book, and the reason I got this one as opposed to my other books is that this one has paper with a smooth surface, but it's made for markers. So I have a bunch of Copics. My goal is to use my Copic markers on this paper and have the colors really stand out and be very vibrant, not to go through the paper too much, not to bleed. I've done only one drawing in this book so far, and I haven't actually colored it yet, but this is my drawing. This is yet another Aura drawing because, you know, I love my OC Aura. I just kind of kept it simple because my idea was just to grab my Copic markers and color all over this and see if it would work, because I'm still trying to learn how to do the whole Copic marker thing. Like, you can go on YouTube, you can look up Copic marker art. There are some amazing drawings of things that people have drawn with Copics. I have a lot of Copic markers, but I don't really know too much about how to use them. I've started practicing with them, but I don't have too much practice yet. I haven't drawn anything else, but I really want to start getting back into it and see where my style leads me and what I end up liking and not liking, etc. So I plan on coming back again to show you all those processes, but I will definitely be back soon. I can show you my art supplies that I use now, which isn't really that much different than the last art supplies video that I made, to be completely honest. I don't use a lot, but I can show you what I do use because it is a bit different than what I used to use. I'll see you guys later. Bye! Thank you for watching!